Good evening, everyone. Welcome to a surprise live video when right now it is 6:24 Pacific Standard Time, the 16th of October. I think that makes it a Friday in the year 2020. Tonight, coming, going, being, doing. Right here, of course, in the Awaken the World group with yours truly. Now, if it appears that I look like crap, it's because I was up at 3 a.m. this morning. And I gotta say, I'm getting a little tired today. But that's okay. It really is. It just happens sometimes, and that's just the way it is. Accept it. Grateful for the quiet time with a cat trying to literally meld itself onto my lap. So we're going to talk about why we're here this evening shortly. But of course, first of all, most importantly of all, we have a number of group members who are experiencing some difficulties right now. And, I see this across the various platforms that I interact with. And sooner or later, I'm going to find a way to amalgamate all that together. I really am. But in the meantime, it's really important that you all know how much I love you, that you are truly, truly loved, and that we are really just one. We are all manifestations of that same creator. Each one of us an individuated form of that same creator, but still that same creator. Still that same powerful, loving, eternal being. And this really plays into things. I've been seeing a lot from a number of members. A lot of them are in the midst of life changes, big life changes, ones that a lot of people would consider catastrophic in some way. And of course, we talk about, the aspect of creation that is destructive. And I like to use Shiva the Destroyer to bring into that, as an aspect of the creator, destruction must happen. In order to build a new home, you have to take away the old. You have to destroy it. And this is a natural process in the world, although we've taken it beyond the natural in the human terms, but we're not really going to talk about that tonight. There are also a number of members across all the platforms who are struggling with anxiety and fear and worry. And I thought it was important that we do this little video tonight and talk about, coming and going, and being and doing. So a lot of the questions that have come up are, well, what are we supposed to do with what's happening in the world right now? And believe it or not, the doing aspect of it really does look after itself. What's more important is you focus on what you're going to choose to be in this world. Now, I know most of you think in terms of your life, and I understand that. I remember that day. I really do. I've had the benefit of being dead twice, and a few other interesting events in my life, let's say, that have led me to know beyond a doubt. So when I think of existence, of course, I'm thinking in terms of lives. I'm thinking in terms of the whole of humanity, of which I am a part of, as all are you a part of me. And I am part of you. And I don't think in terms of my own existence, because there really is no my own existence. Yes, it's unique and it's valuable and it's precious, but it's not mine. It belongs to that one. And by choosing what you wish to be, you can let go of trying to figure out what to do and allow the doing to come naturally out of your beingness. So when you are being, you are coming closer to your true self. Because you see, your true self is not concerned about these events in the world. The true self is only interested in what the egoic self chooses to be in relation to this play that we're all involved in. And yes, I woke up at 3 a.m. this morning with a whole lot of back pain, some weird nausea happening, and it plagued me for half the day. I'm not sick by any stretch of the imagination. I have a funny feeling it was a particular dish that was prepared, and a little bit too much work on a dear friend's gazebo. But that's just the way it goes. It's okay. I'm grateful for all the experiences I have, all of that sort of thing. When we choose to come from a place of beingness instead of going to a place of doingness all the time, we avoid the doing that comes from the mind. And it's always a response when we do from the mind, usually based on fear, guilt, anxiety, worry, trying to anticipate, self-preservation, whatever the case may be. This is a very difficult and, quite frankly, behind the times way to live. And I mean literally behind the times. Things are changing so fast now, you don't really have time to process it at a thought level. You don't have the weeks and weeks and weeks to go through it and let it settle in and contemplate it. And I mean, there's so many things to deal with. If you look around at the world right now, yes, we're losing thousands of species a year. We're on the ropes ourselves. We're in the midst of a pandemic. We're letting 40 plus thousand children die every day of starvation for no need at all. If you just look at that surface and you see our willingness to go to war and to kill each other over words and labels, that surface view looks, frankly, horrible. I get it. But you're not looking deep enough. You're looking at the drama, you're looking at the play, and you're allowing yourself to be caught up in it. And that's through the incessant need to always do, to react. Because that's what that egoic sense of self does, is a reactive machine. It takes all the experience it's had to date, everything that's formed in its opinions about itself and life and the world, and then it reacts to everything that comes its way. Life isn't asking you to react. It's okay that you do, it really is. It's not like humans haven't been doing it for thousands of years. I could tell you how much of that I've actually seen, but it wouldn't make a lot of sense. When you allow yourself to think from the point of view of that oneness, you can understand that your role in this life is not to do, it's to be, and allow the doing to flow naturally and spontaneous from that place of being. And I understand there are so many worries in the world. And one of our group members had mentioned, well, for a lot of people who say a lot of the things I do, they seem to be sitting pretty financially, with a lot of things. Uh, just so you're aware, I live below the poverty line. I live on around $12,000 a year, and I live a glorious, abundant life. You know what the real deal is here is you are the source of your abundance. When you get into the right place of being, you will finally begin to understand that the whatever it is you need, which is true abundance, is there for you. Egoically, you may not see it. When I was hungry and had intentionally put myself onto the street in order to strip myself from all of the trappings and the temptations and everything else because I was so difficult to deal with myself when I was younger. I still had everything I need. The experience was invaluable. It allowed me to become more empathetic and understand more deeply and hold more compassion for those who live on the street and why they continue to live on the street, even when given choices otherwise. Every bit of our existence here is a gift. Don't look at the cover, because the cover seems really horrible a lot of times, but it's not. It's just part of the drama, it's part of the play. There is a purpose and a reason for every single thing that occurs. There is nothing that does not occur, that does not occur with cosmic creative perfection. Every bit of it. The view I have brings tears to my eyes because even to contemplate what I see behind my eyes is the universe itself. All these connections between you, between me, between the planets and the plants and the cats and the dogs and the trees. All of it interconnected. All of it intertwined, all of it evolving together. Even God itself is not done evolving. Perfection is not a static state of being. Perfection is a never-ending, eternal journey that we are all on, all of us together as one. I apologize. In actuality, it's the waves of love that hit me the hardest when I take too much of my attention off the physical realm. The incredible waves of love that we are all surrounded by, swimming in, living in every moment. Thou shalt not fear is actually wrong. You never had anything to fear. You never had anything to worry about. You never will. Everything in your life is giving you an opportunity to demonstrate who and what you choose to be. Not to do. Who and what you choose to be. When you start the doing, you're going. You're moving away from your center. You're moving away from yourself, if that's occurring from the level of the mind. When you choose to come to yourself first, to come to your center, to be, then your actions in the world are in relation to your beingness, not in relation to a reaction in what you perceive that you should be doing from that mental place. This incredible web, this incredible connections that are beautiful beyond description. I can't even touch it in words what I see. It's really okay. It's all okay. Let's come together for a minute. No matter where you are right now, allow yourself to witness your own breath. A gentle inhale and exhale. Mirroring the entirety of the universe. The tide receding, coming in. Sunrise and sunset. Birth, death. The breathing out of creation. In this present moment, right now, right here. This is where your being is found. This is where all of life arises. Past and future are illusion. Allow yourself to experience the waves of love and light. That you are part of, not separate from. You cannot be alone. There is no place where you could go that the entirety of creation is not right there with you. Be at peace. Recognize no matter how you have judged life, here you are. You are the eye of the storm. You are the calm center from which everything is possible. You are made of, swim in, and are surrounded by waves of love and light. Throughout history, we've been offered many examples. You are no less. Allow yourself to be the light. In the face of the perception of darkness, the light does not falter. The darkness is not there to do harm. It is there to accent the shine. Amen. Whew. Sorry about that. I guess you put off a lot of sleep and had a little bit too much of falling back into that cradle of creation again. And yeah, it's a lot of those waves of love. Let me tell you, they surround every one of us. All of us, we're part of it. We're made of it. And when you get in touch with that, it's a glorious experience. That sense of oneness. Have no fear for tomorrow. Hold no guilt from your past. Live now in this present moment. Fearlessly. Choose who you wish to be and radiate that out to the world. That is our very best chance, our very best opportunity right now. Much love to you from my deepest place in my heart. Namaste. Have a beautiful Friday night. We will talk again very soon. And I'm going to go blow my nose.